Ryan from blazingwanderers.com, and today I have almost finished rerouting the driver side wiring harness that goes from the front here near the airbag, originally on the outside of the van, all the way back across the back, and then down the passenger side to the back rear tail lights. There's a couple different guides online, not a lot of information here. There's one guy I think that drilled through this, which is boron steel. You really don't want to drill through that. So I'm still going to have the cable running up through and outside, but then come in through here. One guy online, I think maybe has a simpler wiring harness, was able to get the wiring harness back behind here. Wasn't able to find an easy way to be able to fold the metal that's back here or access that. So it is going to come out here and back in. And then one step that I've taken that many may not feel comfortable with is we get to the back here. I just cut a channel out so that the wiring harness to the driver's side tail light can route down through here. I'm going to protect these edges with kill mat tape and make sure I got extra chafing, you know, for this area. I just got through spraying this, but I did ground down these edges, folded the metal back over itself to create a channel back here. And then I'm going to wrap these edges, and I'll try to get another video of that afterwards, so that the wiring harness can drop down the driver's side, but then it's going to wrap up out here into the back and then down here. I did, when I pulled this, you see some string. To see this, so I can make sure I can reroute the cable using the string through the same channel. I won't have that problem trying to fish that through. As I step out, one thing that I've done a little bit different than I've seen, I think Rich built shows in his guide, is taking this all out. What I was able to do is just pop this back here, and I was able to loosen this up. There's a bolt here as well as a couple of clips, and then just pull this out just a bit. The clips are still in here, back behind here. I was able to pull this out and then pull this back to be able to pop this off and undo the wiring harness right here. I definitely did not want to cut the wiring harness. There's 18 to 30 wires in the harness, I think, depending upon where you're located at. Getting those cut and spliced back together again without issues for the longevity of the van, I did not want to do, particularly for something that's cosmetic. And the results are that we were able to route this into the wall cavity. Several people have shown how to do this without having to cut the wiring. So this is where it exits. I'll have some furring strips here to pop out the wall so that this is not interfering with the wall. But basically this runs inside the wall now. Unfortunately, there's really not a good way to get it through here, so you have to route it out and back in. And then runs all inside, exits once again up here. But then the advantage for doing this is now there's no wiring harness back here, and so we can fabric this and we don't have any wiring harnesses exposed in the back. And then out here you can route it inside of the wall here as well. I did the same thing for this much smaller harness. I went ahead and it was pretty simple to route that through the body cavity as opposed to having it all outside. Kind of the same issue here though, where you have to run it out and back in. And again, I'll have some furring strips here to bump out the wall slightly. In addition, for our nomadic air conditioner as well as our max air fan, I've got these flexible loom conduit. I've got actually a 1/2 inch and a 3/4 here to protect the wiring. And then I drilled some holes up here. You can see the same thing. I've got some wire loom tape and then 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch to provide abrasion resistance. I'm also using the kill mount sound deadening material to soften any of these edges on the metal. Butyl does a really nice job of that, plus the loom. I feel pretty confident that that's not going to abrade. I did the same thing here where this comes in and out. I'm just using the kill mat material to provide a little additional protection from any of the metal surfaces. Just to wrap up, so you can see we're able to pull everything through here, and we'll be putting my electrical cabinet here.